Hello. We're back. Let's do a sound check. Chick, chick, chick. Excellent. So yeah, we're back with Dwarf Fortress. I'm excited to be playing this game live for you guys. Um, there's kind of an explanation to it, I guess. I wanted to preface it saying that it's a tense world, a tense globe on the fortress. Dwarf Fortress is a game, if you haven't heard of it. It's a simulation game, and it simulates an entire world all at once. So you have your own fortress, but there's also dozens, if not hundreds, of other forts and settlements across the world that are all also being simulated. Not to the same level of detail as your own, but still being simulated. And it's really fun. So I wanted to explain a little bit about what I'm doing. I have this fortress where my goal was to bring peace to this world, because I've played in this world a few times before with other fortresses, and it devolved into war very quickly, but not just a short or short range war or a local war, but an actual global war. There's global total conflict on this world. Pretty short in. We're only on year like 140 or something like that. So it's pretty intense. So I came into this fortress with the goal of rapid militarization. I want to completely take over the enemy combatants, and I also want to, this is where it gets kind of iffy, I want to exterminate certain combatant types from the world. And so that's where I want to make a distinction. This world is kind of LARPy. It's kind of role-play. And when I'm role-playing, I'm going to have a voice like this. This is the voice of my Dwarven overlord. And yes, it's a kind of Slavic voice, which isn't strictly Dwarven, but I don't really care. It's the best accent I can really do. So, here it is. And let me tell you, those damn goblins. I can't stand the fucking goblins, alright? I want to exterminate them. I want to get them off the face of the earth. I want them gone. Goblins first, then elves, then all the rest of them. So yeah, I'm going to use that voice when I'm role-playing, basically, as the Dwarven Overlord. And it'll be interesting. Just to preface it a little bit, the Dwarven Overlord is kind of fascist. So let's go over that really quick. What does fascism even mean? It's a word that's thrown around a lot these days. People don't really know what it means. I am an anti-fascist. I have studied fascism in depth, and I would like to give a short explanation. Fascism is a mentality. Hi, Alu, good to see you. Fascism is a mentality that arose in the early 20th century that basically involves separating people between an us and a them. And it's a hyper-nationalist mentality, so the us is almost always a certain nation or a certain state, and the them could be anyone else. It could be a race of people, it could be a group of people by any characteristic. And fascism basically says that the militant extermination of the them is necessary for the survival of the us. And there is a face, there is a separation between us and them. That's what fascism means. And it's terrible. It's a horrible thing to happen to anybody. For anyone to experience the horrors of fascism is terrible. In this game, I'm role-playing as a fascist. So that's the fun fact for you guys. I don't support this in real life, obviously. I don't support extermination. I don't support mass global warfare, etc. Violence is bad, whatever you want me to preface it with. But in this game, I am a fascist. I am a fascist dwarven person. And yes, fascism is super racism. That is what it is. It's militant, nationalized racism. That's what fascism is. Let's get to the game. Here we are in my fortress. Let us see what's going about. I have many military dwarves. Let's look at my military. I have 36 soldiers. I used to have more. I have 73 citizens, so I should enlist more dwarves in my military. I would like to do this. Has my messenger returned from his mission? Yes, he has. Am I fascist against tall people? Yes, I am fascist against tall people. We have one ally with the tall folk. That tall folk is the humans. The humans are very militant. They like to fight. They like to take over. Like goblins, but goblins are slime. We don't like the goblins. So yes, we are fascist against tall people. All of them except the humans. The elves, We hate the elves. We are at war with the elves. Let me show you the map of my world. So this is the map. As you can see, there are many places, many little states. Let me show you the holdings of this map. Any areas that is in blue, that is my civilization. Any areas that is in pink, that is areas I have taken over and directly belong to me. And where my yellow blinking cursor is here, that is my world. That is my little fortress, I mean. Now, any place that is in red, that is the enemy. And as you can see, there is a lot of enemy. Enemy is everywhere. That is because we are at war. We are in a global war. And it is terrible. It is horrible. It is a slow, grinding war of attrition that is taking years and years and years to complete. And it will likely never be completed at this rate because I am receiving no support from my weak democratic allies. But we are no democracy. We are a nation united against the goblins, against the elves, and against anyone who stands in our way. That is us. So as you can see, we have steamrolled the surrounding area. All is it is pink, pink, pink. That is all belonging to me. But there is still so much work to be done. The blue. The blue belongs to my dwarven civilization. They are a nation of democracy that is allied with me. And that is where my fortress came from. All my dwarves are from the blue. But they are weak. They are not helping me. They won't donate soldiers. They won't donate citizen laborers. They won't go to war with me. None of it. It is terrible. They are weak democratic fools who are not united with me in my cause against the goblins and the elves. But the humans in green, mostly humans in green, yes, they are allied with me. They are at war with the goblins and they are losing because they are weak. They are not like dwarves, strong, hammered dwarves. No, they are weak humans, but they are good mind. Sounds like they're the enemies? Yes, that is what I am saying. The blue is weaklings, but we must not make war with them yet. I like where your mind is at, but no, we must not make war with them yet. We are already at war with half the damn world, and it is overwhelming. Just to tell you, every season, which is every 3 months, at least, if not more, I receive invasions. Invasions from goblins, invasions from elves, all kinds of them. I will play the game, let it progress forward. We are in early winter, so I am likely to receive an invasion quite soon. It happens at least once a season, if not more. From the elves, from the goblins, sometimes even from the humans. It is terrible, terrible. The elves, they ambush me like sneaky bastards. The goblins, they come in full force and they always lose. If you take a look here on the left, I'm going to go with my mouse. If you can see my mouse, touch your nose. No, I'm just kidding. Let me know if you can see my mouse though. So on the left here, you see all these little carrots, all these little up arrows. Those are traps. And since they are dark gray, they are not loaded. You can see all the bodies, the G, B, G, big B, T for troll, B for big dog, and G for goblin, nasty goblin. They are everywhere, these bodies. They invade, they run into my traps, and they die. So that is what happens. They get past the bridge sometimes. You can see bodies scattered about. Here in the mountain, that is where my fortress begins. And my fortress is this long maze tunnel of traps. They have the stone trap and the cage trap. The cage trap is in green, the stone trap is in gray. And the stone trap drops boulder on enemy. Cage trap traps enemy in cage. Yes. So that is that. I have a long tunnel of traps that no enemy has ever gotten through. No enemy has ever gotten to the interior of my fortress. But every damn invasion, I lose dwarves because my dwarves can be a little stupid. They can be a little dumb. So they run to the front of the fortress. They get through the front door. They are looking for water. They are looking for supplies, things like that. They are basically not obeying my orders and they die to the invasion. But that is only 2 or 3 dwarves per invasion versus invaders in counts of hundreds. 200 invaders, 300 invaders. They all die. They start here at the entranceway, this drawbridge, series of drawbridges with many, many stone traps. And yes, they die. Little do you know I'm in the walls, says Alu. That's funny. I like that. Anyways, just to reiterate for the people coming in, when I'm doing the Russian voice, I'm LARPing as the fascist dwarven dictator. But when I'm doing my normal voice, I'm just speaking to you guys normally. But anyways, as you can see, there is long hallway of traps. Here at the north side of this hallway of traps, you can see these little holes in the wall. They are called the fortifications. So yes, there is people in the walls. The goblins don't know this. But here we have these spiky things. These are called ballistae. Ballistae shoot large ballista arrows down the hallway to cut through the goblin ranks. And that is if they are simply too numerous for my traps to catch, which hasn't happened yet. But it may happen someday, because they are ramping up invasion, ramping up escalation. The war is dragging on and on. What is this purple cloud here, you may ask? That is miasma. That is a cloud of stench from the bodies, which isn't important really. It bothers my dwarves a little bit, but they've learned to grow accustomed to the stench of death. Here at Sister Mob. That is the name of, Static Books. That is the name of my fortress. Sister Mob was a previous fortress, but yes, Static Books. Static Books is the name of my fortress. But yes, these filthy goblins are always here. They're always reading my books. They're always doing things. Goblin scholars, goblins this, goblins that. Let me tell you, as soon as we are winning this war, as soon as I have the military, I will exterminate any goblin that comes to my fortress. I swear to God. Oh, it is Sister Mob. Sister Mob is the name of the society, yes. The fortress is named Static Books. Or city, sorry. The city is named Static Books. But the society, it is named Sister Mob. How long has the war been going for? Okay, it is the year 139. The war has been going since the year 135. So it has been 4 years of war. And we have taken over many, many goblin sites. This is the Dark Dwarven Pits of Fotbad, population 20. We took that over some time ago. It's a day's travel away. The Dwarven Forest Retreat of Divided Glow, population 100. Most of them are elves. We took over that site probably 2 years ago. That's an elven site, yes. Here is another elven site that we took over. Dark Dwarven Pit, so it used to be Dark Goblin Pit. Same here, Dark Dwarven Pit, another one. And up here we have many elf sites that I have destroyed. But there are so many elves left to destroy. It is quite overwhelming at times. The war is grueling. It is long and painful. Only 4 years so far, but let me tell you, we have battles at least once a season, if not more. And that's only the battles here. I had a military much stronger about a year ago. But I mistakenly sent an invasion down to the southwest to this dark goblin pits of waste spider. This one right here has population 100. I sent an army of 20 legendary hammer dwarves, known as hammer lords, to this site, and they were mostly captured. Almost all of them captured, some killed. 3 made it back home out of the 20. This was terrible, a terrible loss. The majority of my military strength had been lost in this invasion. So, I must be careful. I am training up more militants here. This is my 1 barracks, 2 barracks, 3 barracks. The 3rd barracks has not been engraved. The floor is still rocky stone. But these first 2 barracks, the floor has been engraved in these little plus signs. So that is how you know, yes, it has been engraved. It is nice ground. This little music note, that is armor stand. The check box or check mark, that is a weapon rack. And these little smiling faces, they are my dwarves. As you can see, they are blinking pink. That is because they are legendary. So in this first barracks, I have a squad of legendary dwarves. Up here, there are not so many legends. Let us look at my military. 1st militia, 3rd militia, and then I have the 5th occupying group and the 8th occupying group. Those are my 4 military squads at the moment. And yes, so at the moment I am just reloading all my traps because I just had an invasion. I am reloading or making new traps all along the entranceway to make it so they don't kill so many of my animals every time they invade, because that is so fucking annoying. And then I am training my dwarves to be stronger, to be better fighters. I am growing more food to trade with my friends and get more resources. And there is not much more than that. the fort goes down. I am down 1 level now. This is my aquifer. All these blue numbers, that is water. The number indicates the level of the water. So here in this aquifer, I have a good amount of water stored for hard times. Down here, I have interesting room. This room is storage. It is very, very large room. Each pixel or each ASCII character in this world is 1 square meter. So this is quite a large room. It's nearly half a kilometer across. But yes, over here we have interesting room. You can see there is mechanic. Let us look at mechanic. His name is Neil Asmelimush. Neil is attaching mechanisms to these cages. And what is in these cages, you may ask? Let us look. Oh, it is captured goblin. Oh yes, captured beak dog. Oh, captured troll, captured elf. And what else is in this room, you may ask? Oh, bridges, also known as dwarven atom smashers. These dwarven atom smashers, when I am finished attaching mechanisms to all these cages, I will release the beasts into this room, and they will walk around and be trapped and fight each other. And then I will flip lever and throw down bridges. And bridges, the dwarven atom smashers, they will destroy all living creatures in this room. So this is how I exterminate my prisoners. The goblin filth, the elf filth, the troll filth, and the big dog filth. That is how I destroy them. A couple libraries, you say. Yes, I have library. It is small library. It is over here. Let me mouse over. You can see there is purple book here. There is also a goblin filth scholar. Goblin scholar is reading my books. He is probably going to steal one of my books because he is filth. But yes, I have library. It is small library. They are reading books sometimes, but mostly my dwarves are working. They are laboring. Okay. Okie dokie. Let me check on my... Yes, I need to assign different messenger. Yes. This messenger will take on this mission. This mission to go to one of my colonies and to take workers from the colony and bring them back to the homeworld, the homeland, the motherland. Yes, that is the plan. Only about 10 workers because they are small in number, but they will boost my numbers quite a bit. I already have gotten a little more. I am at 73 citizens now. Yes, military is strong, growing strong. It has suffered great loss recently in the war, as I told you, but yes, we are working to make it better. Let us continue. Strike the earth and strike down the goblin filth. This is my bedroom floor. There are many bedrooms here, probably about 300 bedrooms, which is more than what I need, many more. Here I have some excavated rooms looking for ores. Ores to smelt into metal, and metals to make into armor and hammers. Yes, that is the story of my fortress. So it is a slow grind in this war. I hope to send out invasions soon, but I am worried that my military is simply not strong enough. Here he is. Competent hammer dwarf is a skill level. Novice hammer dwarf. See, my first militia, they are not very strong. I have a few proficient skilled hammer dwarfs, but not many. Let us look at the third militia. Here we have some stronger dwarves. Legendary hammer dwarf, master, expert, legend, master, great, proficient, great, adept. See, even still, these adept hammer dwarves and the great hammer dwarves, they are not the strongest. I want them legends. I want them to be the strongest dwarves they can be. And that way we can smash our goblin enemies into the ground. That is the plan. So yeah, that's the fascist dwarven dictator. Hope you enjoyed that. But yeah, this fortress is fun. It's incredibly grueling to be at war constantly. But it's a nice challenge. I've done other challenges in Dwarf Fortress before. I did a challenge fortress that was on haunted ground. So every time a dwarf died, it would be resurrected as a zombie and instantly start attacking other things. Also, anytime anything died in the game, that's what would happen. It would become a zombie. So lots of challenge fortresses. I'm really kind of good at this game. I've been playing this game probably longer than I've been playing anything else. I've spent more hours in this game than I've spent in anything else. So I consider myself pretty adept at the Dwarf Fortress. But anyways, let us get back to the world at war, as it is. What is my messenger doing? Mr. Meng. He is drinking. That is another thing about dwarves. They don't like to drink water. They like to drink alcohol. So, drink responsibly if you are a human. But if you are a dwarf, you can drink whenever the fuck you want. They don't really get that drunk. Until they do. And then it is problem. But yes, he is drinking. Likely just to hydrate, not to get shit-faced. Yes, that is the word. The shit-faced, yes. He is not doing that. He is just getting hydrated. Through alcohol. Oh, this soldier has an entry. Let me see what the entry is. This soldier, his name is Tobul Ustalatek. Oh, he is quite injured. Goodness. I hope he has received treatment. Let us see. Health. Ability to grasp is somewhat impaired. Motor nerve damage. Sensory nerve damage. Can you fight? He has been evaluated and treated by our surgeons. I see. I hope he can fight. If not, he will be replaced. The weak have no place in the military. In fact, the weak have no place in this fortress at all. This is a fortress of strength. We are the vanguard fortress. We are the vanguard group against the face of the goblin terror. We alone stand as strong dwarven militant force. For the rest of the dwarven society have not done shit to combat the goblin aggression. Look how the goblins have invaded the north. All of this, it used to be dwarves, dwarven places, dwarven towns. Look at it now. Elves and goblins everywhere. Good lord. It is terrible. Terrible what my dwarven society has done. They are all weaklings. So I am the vanguard dwarven society. I will stand alone against the goblin aggression. And I will destroy them. I will vanquish them. Slowly. Very, very slowly. I am expecting invasion soon, which is no good, because my traps are still not loaded. If you look at the stone traps near the front, where all these corpses are blinking, because there are other things there, they're blinking to let me know everything that is there. When you look at the traps, they are a dark gray. We want them to be white, or a light gray, so that way we know they are loaded with stones. But each one must be very slowly loaded with a boulder by one of my mechanics, and the mechanic must drag the boulder all the way from the interior of the fortress. It is this whole process. It takes quite some time. As you can see, there are mechanics doing it right now. The mechanics are the red dwarves. So here is a mechanic. Here is another mechanic. There are 4 mechanics in the hallway right now, all dragging stones out to the stone traps. So I have quite a proportion of my workforce working on this. My workforce being, let's see, I have a militant force of 36 dwarves, which means I have a workforce of about 37 to 38 dwarves, give or take. Well, let me count children. Let's see, yeah, 8 children. So more like 30 dwarves doing work, labor, which is not that much. So if I only have like 5 or 6, yes, 5 mechanics, and they are all loading gate traps, then yes, that is quite the proportion of my workforce dedicated to mechanical work. But industry and mechanics will always triumph in warfare. You must be able to produce the grand amount of resources. That is why I have the mechanical prowess that I do. Look at this. I have windmills above my fortress. They are providing power to the fort. Here we have gearboxes and axles, and the axles come down to my pumps. The pumps pump the water over to this mist generator, and this serves one pure purpose, which is to make my dwarves very happy. They like to see the waterfall. So, child labor, no, we cannot work the children in this fort. It would simply be unpractical. they will not get enough work done. We should let them play, have their fun. Educate them about the evils of the goblin world and let them have their nightmares. That is enough. See, here we have some dwarves going up to my outpost to drink. Simply because at the outpost I have stored food and water and alcohol. This is no good. I don't want them to do this. So, I should make it a costly endeavor. How do I do this? Set traffic. Yes, designations, traffic areas. I want it to be a restricted traffic area. Here. So that way, it is difficult for them to target this area for drink. I want them to drink from the interior of the fortress, because if there are dwarves caught outside the fortress at a time of need, such as an invasion, or if we are attacked by a monster or a dragon or something, I don't want dwarves just out and about doing random shit. I want them in the interior of my walls. But no, I keep the alcohol up there, simply to allow, if I have returning militant force coming in from war, I want them to have a place to go just in case the dwarven fortress is currently under siege. I hope that makes sense. It's something I've done because I've learned that if I don't do it, it is bad. My dwarves will get caught up in exterior fighting. They will be scattered in fighting against the siege, and they will be lost. I have lost many legendary dwarves that way, by them being isolated from their fighting squads. So, that is no good. Yes, I keep getting announcements about stray animals being missing, which is unfortunate. But I know why they are missing. They are missing because they are killed by the goblins. And my dwarven people have not yet noticed where they are. But they are there. There are just so many corpses scattered around that it is hard to track down. Oh yes, that is that stray cow, that is that stray horse, and that stray water buffalo. No, it is difficult to keep track. So this I understand. What I do not understand is why they are not producing enough cloth. Well, it is because it is not cloth season. It is mushroom season. It is the winter. You cannot be growing of the cloth plants in the winter. The fibrous plants, they do well in the summer. That is what I have learned. Anyways. Let us check on our stocks. We have 280 drink in stockpile. That is good. We have many food in stockpile. That is good. Population 72. Why not 73? It was 73 moments ago. Oh, that is because my messenger is traveling. He is seeking other dwarves to join the fortress. He will be back soon. I hope, if he is not intercepted. I hope he is not intercepted. Look at this stockpile of corpses. It is completely full. And the dwarves have still not dumped all the bodies, so they are stuck here in the stockpile. This is a frustrating mechanic of the game. Uh-oh. I just spilled soda all over myself. Terrible, terrible. Execute 30 goblins. We can't have this spilled soda. Speaking of execution, let us examine the mechanical workplace down here. So, I have this lever, and this lever will be attached to many cages via mechanism. But it is a slow process to attach these cages to the mechanisms. Soon they will be done. Yes, there is 10 more tasks. Dwarven soda. Ha. Ah. They have returned. I now have population of 1 more dwarf. Grand. Oh no, they are slowly trickling in. Yes, yes, one by one, these dwarves. These laborers, these fighters. I am happy that they are returning. To be enlisted once again in the military. Before they were part of occupying force, now they will be part of labor force until I can enlist them once again in the military, which will take some time. Do I have idling dwarves? A few. They will find work soon. I'm excited to execute these prisoners. This will be fun. What is in this cage? Do not recognize this creature. Oh, it is a dead goblin. How bizarre. It is blinking, so I thought it was alive. It is dead. Strange. Yes, we have population 80 dwarves. Yes, growing much stronger. Unfortunately, when you are at war with so many other civilizations, dwarves don't want to come here anymore. They don't like it because they are in democracies. They are in weak form of government where even if I were to say to my motherland, please send me your laborers, send me your fighters. You are in populations of the hundreds, of the thousands. Look. Dwarf Fortress of Bridgeweaver has population 300 and they will not send me shit. They will not send me a single laborer or a single fighter because they are democratic and they give them the choice. They say, oh, where would you like to go? Where would you like to migrate this season? And they say, oh, anywhere but Sister Mob. Sister Mob is terrible. Sister Mob, they die all the time, which is true. But it is mostly safe place if you do not be stupid dwarf. If you are stupid dwarf, you may die in Sister Mob. But they don't like that. They want to do whatever they want. It is terrible. Terrible form of weak government. We need nationalism. National socialism. In the dwarven world, of course. But yes, the democratic dwarves are very weak. They will not send me their fighters. So they grow fat. They grow large in number. And then the goblins attack them and kill them in scores. If those dwarves were living here, they would be enlisted in my military. They would be able to defend themselves. But no. They are stuck in these stupid democratic societies. And given the choice, they will never come here. By choice, so stupid. We are alone. We are the vanguard dwarven party. The vanguard dwarven society. We alone stand against the goblins. Welcome to the stream, by the way. Let me check on my manager. He is making many clothes, or delegating the creation of many clothes. It is going somewhat well. Fine. Very slow progress, because we don't have a strong labor force. I will complain and bitch even more about how the dwarf societies will not send me their laborers. I only have population of 80. When look at my bedrooms, I have population to support population of hundreds of dwarves could live here and fight here and work here. But no, they refuse to send me the laborers. So I am stuck with 80 dwarves and they are all overworked. They are all delineated to many different types of tasks because I have so many things I need them to do. Look at this stockpile of corpses that all need to be dumped. They all need to be put in this one place and gotten out of the way. But it just is not happening because I don't have the labor force. It is unfortunate. That is one of the many mechanisms of war, labor. If I had more labor, I would probably be winning this war. But no, I am stuck. Stuck in the war. A slow grinding war. We will exterminate the goblins. I swear it. The stupid countess of my fortress. She always wants me to make things. Now she wants me to make 3 scepters. Okay. Whatever. If she does not get these production orders met, she will imprison some of my dwarves. All legally. It is quite stupid. Look, I have pending cases. I don't know what to do about them, because these are all strong military dwarves. The mayor and the countess, they both are injured parties in violation of production order. When what is a production order? They want random knickknacks made for them. It is so frustrating. Stupid mechanic. We will overthrow them. Mark my words. Yes, this ballista battery is very strong. I believe that if I am to be invaded by significant force, a force of invaders that can get through all of my traps, up until this hallway, this ballista battery will cut through them like knives through butter. I swear it. It is very strong. 8 ballista in series with many, many arrows stocked up. If you can see my mouse. Ooh, whoops. And now here, I have many catapult. Catapult to train the dwarves on siege engineering and siege operating. That is what the catapult are for. But I have some dwarves that are well trained, so they will do fine. I am still worried. I feel that there is invasion on the way, but my traps have not been refilled. Do I have idlers? No, 0 idlers. What is everybody doing? Woodworker. I would like you to be a mechanic, please. He is already a mechanic. Shit. You, Boyer. Mechanic. Crafts dwarf. You are also mechanic. I hope they can get the traps loaded soon. Because the traps, they are imperative to my defense against invasion. And I am invaded so frequently. It has only been 1 month of gameplay in past 38 minutes of streaming. 1 month, 1 month of gameplay. But there is invasion coming, I guarantee it. They don't like to invade in the winter. And it is the winter right now. So perhaps they will wait until the spring. If I am lucky. Also, I need to send out invasions of my own. These invasions of my own, they will need to be stronger than they are. If I look at my military right now, the first militia, they are pretty weak. Yes, pretty weak. Perhaps I can replace them with some of the newcomers. Yes, he is proficient. Good, good. Professional. Good, good. Professional. Yes, these incoming dwarves, the reason I sent for them is because they are very strong fighters. That is why I did that. And so, looking at these squads, I need the strong fighters. So I send my messengers to other colonies where I've occupied the area. And when I send a squad to occupy the area, I only send strong squads. So these very strong hammer dwarves will occupy a colony. They will make it mine. And then I send my messenger back and say, hey, I actually need you all back at the fortress. But that land remains under my control, even if I take most of my dwarves back. So that is why I do this. So I need to look at the competent hammer dwarves and put them in the occupying groups. If that makes sense. Professional, damn. I could probably make another squad. I should make another squad. That is quite the process. I will do that later. I don't want to right now. It's too tiring. Let us check on the room of execution. Yes, they are still linking the buildings. I will allow them to finish. They're eating the cats. They're eating the dog. Eat the cat. Eat the cat. I am jamming. Jamming in the Russian way. I mean Dwarven way. You know what else I need? I need to butcher all these stupid animals. There are so many animals around. Wounded. Who is fighting? Jam, 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 jam. Yes. Yes. Another funny thing about the dwarves. If you look at this most recent announcement, the dwarven child cancels drink job item destroyed or something like that. Think about that. He's talking about alcohol. So the dwarven children, they don't give a fuck if they shouldn't be drinking. They will drink anyway. That is how tolerant the dwarves are to the alcohol. It doesn't affect their children negatively. Or so we think it doesn't affect the children negatively. Going to check on the equipment of my military. Yes, they are all well equipped. Good, good. Sometimes they run out of equipment and I need to construct more out of the metals and things. It's a very laborsome process. They're eating the dog. They're eating the cat. Eat the cat. Eat the cat. Oh, I have lost my pen. For writing, you heathens. For writing. Not the other kind of pen. Not the Benjamin. No, no. The pen for writing. I have lost it. Ah, well. Much of this game is just sitting and watching and waiting. The dwarves, they do the labors themselves. Are they doing the right labor? Well, that is your job to check. Perhaps in future I will do dwarven tutorial on how to play this game well, because it is very rewarding game. Very fun game. Let us check on the world. Any news? No news. Nobody has lost their life in invasion and in war. The war goes slowly. We are all weak. Over the past 3 or so years of the war, so many populations have been lost. So many great scores of fighters have been lost. So all of our populations are weak, those of us who are involved in the war. The population of my home fortresses, they are not weak because they are weak in mind. They are not invading. They are not supporting the vanguard dwarven fortress like myself. So they have many numbers. But those of us that are involved in the war, we have lost many, many. Both sides have lost many. So now it is slow war. Now it is grinding war. We want to exterminate the other groups. And it is difficult. Goblins hate the dwarves and the dwarves hate the goblins. And the elves always meddling, sticking their fingers in where they don't belong. So they are on the chopping block as well. Mark my words, they will all be gone. My fortress will never be successfully invaded. I have 2 idling dwarves. What are they doing? The clerk is idling. You are a mechanic. Congratulations. The planter is idling. You are a mechanic. Congratulations. The messenger is idling. You are a mechanic. Congratulations. Goblin scholar. Attacking the big dog. We can't have that. He should be executed. But it is not the time for executions. Or is it? Let us look. Yes, all the cages have been linked. Mark this. This is an important moment. We will kill off all of these losers, these prisoners. First, I will close the gate. Pull the lever. Close the gate. This is the entrance floodgate. We will see it close, and then we can release the prisoners, and then we can drop the atom smashers onto the prisoners. This is exciting. I love this. Come on, dwarves, pull the lever. Must I make special request? Or will one of you suck it up and do it? Also, we are only running at 30 frames a second, which is no good. No good. Come on, pull the lever, please. Ech. I will make special request. I hate doing that. It messes with the algorithms. The dog. Why is the goblin attacking my animals? He should be executed. The goblin scholar. The visitor. Friendly visitor. He should be executed. Goblins eat animals, you know. Animals that should not be eaten. Okay, the lever will be pulled. The task is underway. I don't know who is pulling it. Who is going to pull the lever? Ah. Is it this administrator? No, it is a mechanic. He is so far away. Good lord. This will take forever at this rate. But we will see the execution of many, many prisoners. This is exciting. This is big moment in Dwarf Fortress. We get to see them fight each other, and then I drop the atom smashers and kills them all. Very good, very exciting. Perhaps even cutesy. Perhaps even demure. Oh my god, I wish they would pull the lever. They picked the furthest dwarf from the lever to pull the damn thing. There he is! Okay, the gate will be closed soon. Bam! Okay, gate is closed. Now we release the cages. Pull this lever now, please. Soon we will have many more frames per second, because these prisoners will be gone. Yes, look at them, they are fighting. The elves, the goblins, the big dogs, they're all fighting, they are hungry, they are starving. Look at them, the elves have been slaughtered. Huge win for the goblins, and the goblins will not eat each other, which is hilarious. Okay, now we drop the bridges. Over and over until they are all dead. The dwarven atom smashers. Yes, very effective. Here comes the lever. Boom. Smash them. Probably 30 prisoners just died. Were just eliminated to smithereens. Now we raise the bridges and do it again. But yes, that is already many prisoners dead. Very exciting. You can see the blood stains underneath the atom smashers. Very good, very good. My FPS is extremely low. I don't know what is happening. But we will smash them again. And then I will call in my military to finish up the rest for some free XP. Exciting times. Mass execution. Very good, very good. Here comes the one to pull the lever. He will do it. The lever is pulled. Boom. Now there are only 1 or 2 goblins left, so I will call my strongest squad, the 3rd militia. Move here, please. And then I will open the gate and allow them to duke it out, so to speak. But these levers take some time to pull, and the dwarves take some time to move into position. Seems like there are many items causing me much lag. I don't know what to do about this because my labor force is completely fucking occupied. They don't have the time to clear everything out. But here's the military, here they come. The purple, that is the military. The purple dwarves. And they are blinking because they are legendary, just as a reminder. Okay, now we open the gate and allow them to fight. Looks like there are 3 dwarves left. Or sorry, it's 3 goblins. Out of the 40 or so prisoners, we executed 37. There are 3 left. exciting. Very exciting. We will soon have a small fight on our hands. Soon as the gate is open, which looks like they're taking their time to pull the damn lever again. Let us see. It will be pulled eventually. Let us see whose job it is. Ah, the administrator, who is way out in the middle of bumfuck Egypt, apparently. Goodness. Will take him some time to get down there. But meanwhile, my military is standing strong. They are waiting to kill the goblins inside. I am narrating so it doesn't get boring, because this game is not very visual. It's very wordy, very experiential, not very visual. But yes, eventually the clerk will get down there, pulls the lever, the gate will open, the dwarves will run in and execute all the goblins. All 3 that are left over from the mass execution we just did. Okay, the lever is pulled, the lever is pulled. Go, 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 go. Kills him, kills him, kills him. Good, they're all dead. I don't think we took any injuries because they are all well armored. So, cancel the stationing order and we can begin to clean up. First, we will flip the bridge a few times to clear out all the shit. And then we will build more cages to execute more prisoners. That is the plan. Apparently I need more bins, more wooden bins. Because look at all these finished goods that are just out in the open. That is frustrating. They need to be put away. Anyways, I am nitpicking, but that is how you play this game. You nitpick. It is still the winter, the midwinter. We have had 2 months. In 1 hour of gameplay, we have played through 2 months of the game. So that is how slow my frames are. Eesh. Eesh. I need to execute my prisoners. And execute all these animals. Look at all these big dogs. Jesus Christ. Do I have any idlers? Yes, I do. They need to be trained in butchery. Butchery. So they will get the animals out of the way. Alu says word schmerd. Fair enough. You want to see some words? Here is... oh, whoops. Here is the life of Kogzak Cinnamon, the Mason. He finished up some work and that was satisfying. That was his most recent thought. Recently he feels satisfied at work, blissful remembering sleeping in the great bedroom. Within the last season he felt fondness talking with an acquaintance, etc, etc. Oh shit. Etc, etc. Oh, Jesus Christ. I don't know what the right scaling is. Not that. There we go. Anyways. Look at all those sots. He is thinking many things. He is a worshipper of some god, I don't care. Citizen of the Parched Wire, which is my civilization. A member of the sect of Coppers, that is I believe a farmer's guild or a weaponsmith's guild, I'm not sure. A former militia dwarf. He is a militia dwarf. He arrived in the year 134, which was 1 year before the war started. Fascinating. He has been here a long time. He has lived through many, many invasions. Most of my dwarves lived through the invasions, I must say. I have good defense. But you know, I will not have good defense if they don't refill the damn stone traps. I need them to do that. They still haven't finished it. Not even close. I don't know what the mechanics are doing all the damn time. Loading stone traps, but which ones? Which ones are they doing? Okay. The dwarves are working. Oh, I believe they were just injured. That's unfortunate. Shoot. Okay, nothing bad happened to them when I raised the bridges. They all survived. That is good. That is good. Okay, I will likely end stream here. Thank you much for playing. Thank you much for watching. We will get back to fascist dwarves soon. Have a good day. Appreciate positivity.